Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome back. It's Charlie. It is Monday morning, 10 o'clock in the morning, 25th of October, 2021, and it is a wet 57 degrees here in the Southland, pretty much all over in California. The storm that was north decided it came down and graced us with some rain. Took a little slide south. Last night, San Mateo County was under a flood advisory. That whole area it's beautiful, but it's kind of, I don't want to say marshlands, but it's, there's marshlands. So, and looking at the news this morning, it was really bad. So, but you know, we certainly needed all this, and it's a very welcome sight, though it's a hazard for a lot of folks who are driving because we've been without rain for quite a while, not since about a month or so. Oh my God, look with the hood. But nevertheless, the rains are here and I like it. This is the first time I just popped the old umbrella open and it's not working very well, unfortunately. But I am over here in Hastings Ranch. I was coming over here to my eye doctor to make an appointment to get reevaluated for my contacts. I hadn't been feeling well for the last 3-4 days. In fact, when I was walking around, I was getting really exhausted, very, very short of breath, and I had exhausted 2 whole inhalers in a period of 6 weeks, which is not good. And when I was here for my interview, coming up the stairs, walking up to the stairs, even right now I'm still a little winded, though not as much. And I was really, really winded. And yesterday morning when I was taking the trash out to the dumpster, it's not even like 20, 25, 30 feet from my back door to the dumpster. And I got back to the room and I was winded. And it was just really resonating back to 2015, 2016 when I couldn't even walk. Damn, I could not even walk 5-6 feet without just, I couldn't catch my breath, you know. I just taking a puff and puff and puff, and it wasn't really working. And then that's when I was diagnosed with 2 pulmonary embolisms in my left lung, and then taken upstairs to ultrasound, and they discovered 2 deep vein thrombosis, 2 DVTs in my left thigh, and then I was put on the ventilator. So I went in, and I was at the Huntington Hospital ER for about 4 or 5 hours. And I had another CAT scan, another MRI, another X-ray. They drew my blood, gave me some Elderide. They gave me magnesium because my lab work came back and it said that my magnesium was very low. And yeah, my magnesium is always, it's been low for I want to say last 13, 14 years. And because of that, I developed really, really bad cramps. I mean, debilitating cramps, especially in my sides. I can equate that to, you know how when you get the runner's cramps, take that and multiply it by at least 3 or 4, and it hurts. My second wife would see me just writhing in pain and stuff like that, and especially if I walk a lot, my legs just crap up. And when I was homeless, I was known to just drop in the middle of the street or the sidewalk and just, you know, it's painful. So I went, and the doctor said, you know, you talk to the pulmonologist and my lab work, and see, this is, you know, I attribute this to the stress. You know, stress, when they say that stress is a killer, it's not just a killer, it's just that it can affect all aspects of your life. And yeah, I guess you can say I've been under stress, you know, ever since she moved in, especially last year, and still continuing into this year, and almost another year exhausted. So that's 2 whole years of stress. That and the lack of sleep. And well, you folks have seen and heard and experienced, and I've shared with you, it really hasn't alleviated much. Last night, it wasn't too bad. The TV was pretty loud up until 2 a.m. And I woke up around like 12:30-ish, almost 1 o'clock, and I was up for a little bit, and I was snacking and just waiting to fall back asleep, and then finally sleep got the best of me, and boom, 5 o'clock came around very rapidly, and I've been up since. I just don't get it. You know, my roommate and I, my other housemate and I, we had a chance to talk the other day, and it's just like, don't get it. You know, he even says, you know, she thinks that everybody is down with her plan, with, you know, however she has lived, growing up, being raised, and being homeless, however she is. She thinks that, you know, everybody else should be or is like her, and especially if you're black, then, you know, you got to be down with the plan, or whatever that may be, whatever her plan is. And so that's another reason why she does not like the other housemate, because he's like, I'm not like that. You know, I have two young men, you know, 2 young boys that are going to be men, you know, and I want them to know the difference between right and wrong, and how to treat people respectful. And they're great kids. You know, I've met them both, and they're huge. But yeah, so Carla's just, I don't know what Carla is, you know. But he went on to say that it doesn't look like you need to be on blood thinners any longer. Because I showed him the other day when I went to the pharmacy to see if there were any prescriptions ready for me for anything. And he says, well, you know, we have the one on hold still, you know, since June, the Xarelto. I go, yeah, yeah, you might as well just dismiss that, because insurance is not going to pay for it no matter what. And then he had gone back and he gave me a printout. That 30-day supply of Xarelto went, just at the beginning of the year, went from $340-ish, almost $350 a month, to $1,400. And that is the end result, because, you know, during the whole campaign and everything with the Biden administration, and come to California, you know, get your food stamps, get your free medical, blah, 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 blah. So the more people that are insured, the less quality of medication and medical attention is available. I mean, you've seen what I've had to go through, so, and yeah, they're not going to pay for that. So, I mean, I couldn't understand. I was actually ready when I went into the ER. You know, I had packed my backpack and my batteries and everything, and my cables, to expect to be there for at least 3-4 days is what it's usually when I'm admitted at the hospital. 3 to 4 days. And I'm going, God, just, you know, if you're going to have me admitted, just please let me out by the time I have to, you know, go to work, you know, if everything goes right and everything. And I get the phone call and says, hey, Charlie, you know, everything came back through and clean and everything, you know, when can you start? So, but he said, yeah, it doesn't look like for any reason I don't have to be on blood thinners anymore. See, I get conflicting, you know, the last time that I was there, you know, the ER she was kind of chastising me. Well, why did you take yourself off the blood thinners? I go, well, I didn't. You guys did. You know, the doctor at ambulatory says I don't I had been doing well for the last 6+ months and no problems, and so they took me off, and it's like, well, why? I go, I don't know. I'm only the patient, you know. I'm not the professional. I'm not the one with the degree and everything else. I didn't spend $1 billion for education and 100 years to get learned. I go, you talk to them, you know, follow it's right there on your computer screen. I even said, I go, follow the electronic footsteps, per se, you know. And, you know, she was making it seem like I'm the one I'm not going to take myself off of it. So he says, yeah, no, but give me some prednisone. He says, I go, I really think that I need to be on a much better regimen of medication for my asthma. It's just for better management and stuff like this. The inhaler's not really cutting it any longer, you know. It was sufficient for the last, I want to say 15, 20 so years. But now, after having this thing and then the issue with the eyes, I just needed a better regimen. So he gave me some steroids, inhaled steroids and stuff like that. So, and then I looked at the listing price for what it was. One inhaler's $307, and then the other one, the Q-Bar, which is more expensive, is like $353, which is a far cry from the $1,000, you know, $1,400 a month. So I hope they'll continue to honor that. So we'll see going in next month when I get a refill, if it's there or not for me. So, but so there's that yesterday, and so I'm over here making an appointment at the eye doctor over here at America's Best, because I had bought a plan, a 1-year plan for the extra insurance and everything. So I'm covered for the re-examination. And I know that my vision has changed dramatically. My left eye, it's bad. And I also came here hoping that I could get a free pair of lenses. I'm going to be back here Wednesday morning to get reevaluated, because when I was at the ER, the left lens over here tore in half. I was able to get nice and clean and right in half. And I was able to get the one half out, and I was struggling. The other one was like wedged up in the air, and I'm like, okay, I can't get it out. So I had to wait till it came back down and finish it off. But anyway, that was that yesterday and everything. Oh, fun. But yeah, so that's about it. I did everything that was requested for me for Kroger and everything, so it's just a matter of waiting. The email said it's going to take anywhere for a few days, 3 to 4 days, to get everything back. So that's fine. Hopefully, knock on wood, everything will come back all right. I honestly I've never done an electronic consent background check. I'm always, you know how it is. I mean, well, everything's so new now. You know, being with Target for the last almost 3 years, where everything is paper. With this company, everything's more electronic and everything. So that's good, I guess. A little more professional, a little more up to date and expedient, I guess. But background checks are never really instant. You know, it's everything with a fine-tooth comb. That's cool. So I am getting that taken care of and trying to wrap everything up in preparation for the employment and my first day back at work. So, I would like to address a very fantastic question. It was quick, and I responded to the comment, the question. Do I believe in good karma? Yeah. Oh, I believe in good karma and bad karma, but I think a lot of folks get karma, and even when they ask God for a prayer, for a miracle and everything, I think the expectancy is that it's instantaneous. And in my experience, it's taken me a long time to understand and appreciate that, and especially more so over the course of the few that I was homeless, and I came to appreciate that. Karma, good and bad karma, it's not always an instant thing to come back. And it's the way I live it is that it's not always going to be coming back to you directly, good or bad. It may affect somewhere in your community. It may affect a loved one, a family, a friend, someone or something that is close to you, or anything. It could even affect your pet if you have a pet. That's the way I think about it. Even when people say, "Oh yeah, I did a good thing. I gave this homeless person $1. Boy, I did a really good thing." And then right after that, I went and bought a lottery ticket. So, I did my part. Yeah. No, you got to do it without expectancy, And growing up in El Segundo, and great community, St. Anthony's is my parish, and being raised by my mom, and I was always taught, it's never in our time. It's always in God's time, or it's always in luck's or fate's time. So, yeah, I believe in it. The good luck or the bad luck, as I said, it's not always going to be back to you, maybe directly, but yeah, it'll come back. It could happen within 5 minutes, or it could happen years down the road, and we can't always mark it on the calendar or keep a memory or a post-it note that the good or the bad that we've done. So, yeah, that's how I see it. That's how I perceive karma or prayer or whatever you believe in or don't believe in. That's how I perceive in doing anything in life and moving forward or backward in life. That's just the way, I did, with the homeless and everything. I did what I did because, I wanted to. It's like, all right, well, I got all this fucking free time now. What do I? Oh, you know what? Instead of just standing in the food lines, they're kind of short-handed. Let's go help them out, and that's how it started. So that's just how it became about. So and for me, that luck and that good karma came back in the form of, it wasn't being housed. That good karma wasn't being housed. When my friend Misty and her family had vacation, and I got a text and a phone call, says, "Charlie," he says, I want to come out and visit you and see how you're doing." She and her whole family came out, and they took me out to lunch over at Tommy's, and met her family. Great husband. Oh man, he's a fantastic guy. After they had gotten back to Arizona, and she texted me, she messaged me, and she showed me a video clip, and she's like, "This is you. This is what you did." She had seen, and talking to her, oh crap, I'm gonna get all misty. Ooh. She told me she showed me that her and her family got into feeding the homeless there in Arizona at the church and everything, and it took me a split second to understand what I was watching. And she's like, this is you. This is the result of what you did that affected me and my family. So, and this was 2016, early 2016. And still to this date, they're still doing it. I still see the video, her posts on Facebook and everything. And they are still doing it, And her kids, her son especially, and I see their faces, and she calls them her homies, It's so cute. It's just the most adorable thing. To me, that was good karma. No, it affected me, and it came back to me. No, though not directly. You know, it wasn't anything that it came and affected me directly. You know, it helped something, but it affected me, and it came to me in the sense that it gave me joy, and it humbled me more. So, and there's been other things that have shown what I've done, you know. So that's my take on karma. All right, my friends, I gotta go run a couple more errands, and yeah, I just wanted to share that with you folks. And thank you for that question and that comment. That was, I love questions like that. I love that. Very smart, very intelligent. That's perfect. Thank you so much. All right, you folks, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but always take care of yourselves first. Love one another, trust one another, be kind to each other, help one another. Don't take today for granted or any other day thereafter. Live for the moment, pull down your pants and slide on that ice. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing, we're doing, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification button. Tell your friends and family about me, about us, and what's going on there. It was yesterday in response to that question publicly, not just on the comment section. All right, you folks, and if you're in California, in South California here, take it easy driving. These highways are slickery. They're pretty wet, so mind your pace and keep your car COVID distance. Give yourself enough braking time and be aware. Stay off the phone, please. All right, my friends, I will upload this later when I can, and until then, have a beautiful day. I love you all. Bye-bye.